So we got another watch today. Yeah, this one I wouldn't necessarily consider like budget watch. Well, it is still budget friendly, but not, you know, $20, $30, $40 budget friendly. This is the Rogbid Air. It has two flavors, right? You can get it, as you can see here, a 1 gig RAM with 16 gigs of storage, or a 4 gig with 128 gigs of storage. So you're starting at about $90 right now. It says it's a flash deal, regularly $200. And if you go up to the 4 gig version, you're right now at $150, with it being regularly $260. So that $260 definitely puts it out of, I would say, like that budget friendly watch or budget watch. But at these prices, reasonable, especially if you're putting it up against like a flagship watch. So here's the box, and we're gonna connect it to my phone and see what we think. Okay, so before we open the box, here it is. And the one thing I do like about this is, right off the bat, is like I like the square edging. I'm a fan of that square edging for sure. Now, I don't know until we open it how big of like a bezel is on this. Again, it comes in a 1 gig plus 16 gig or 4 gig plus 128 gig. So that'll give you a little bit of pricing difference. We have the 1 gig plus 16 gig. So if you do get the 4 gig version, my guess is that the performance would be a little nicer or faster. You can get it in a couple of different colors. It talks about different colors, but it looks really more like just the band is changing. A few cool features in this. Number one is that decent resolution, 320 by 385. That's nice. Big battery for a smartwatch, actually 850 milliamp hours. That's pretty good. And it comes with a GPS in it. Again, that's really good for a watch of, especially if you can get the watch like at $90. And it has a 5 megapixel front facing camera. That one I was a little shocked about. You can see it here. So 5 meters, dual CPUs, depending if it's in like full performance mode or not. So it looks like it has a bit of a bezel right there, for sure, right? GPS looks like maps. Long battery, yeah. 4G independent call, so you can put a SIM card in there if you want. We're not going to do that, but you could. Yeah, 5 megapixel front camera. Video calls on your wrist. What? Would I want to do that? Well, maybe, I guess. If you're out and about, we've reached that point in history. That's right. Now we're gonna be like, I don't even need a phone. Just do it all on my watch. All right, 24-hour heart rate monitoring. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Okay, let's. Here's the box. It's a nice box. It's a little fancier than your traditional, budgety watch. So it looks a little more. I want to say a little fancy. Not that it's fancy, but it definitely has a little bit more of a premium, without really truly being premium, but a little more. Here it is. Rogbid. Wear Me embraces the world. If you didn't know, you do now. All right, and you get a manual, and is it like so it's a fold-out manual. Okay, it looks like you get probably like Chinese on one side and English on the other. That's it. Dial page, SIM card. First boot, browser, camera. Click into the camera to take photos and videos. It is recommended that users turn the screen brightness to the brightest before taking photos. That one's the one I'm most curious about. We'll keep that handy, but it's readable. It's good enough. There's the watch. Okay, I don't want to turn it on yet because I want to make sure I get my phone handy. That's a nice size watch, actually. What does it come with? Look at that. Hold on now. Anything else in here? There's got to be some other stuff like for charging. nicely laid out box though. I'm gonna give it that. Nicely laid out box. You do get, here's like box number 1. Not a lot in these boxes, but I'm guessing that's to open it up to get like your SIM card possibly out. Little tiny screwdriver. Nice little screwdriver though. I use that. And you get in here, I guess, charger. So what is it? USB-A to your standard magnetic, right? So it looks like it's a 5-pin. You guys are seeing that, right? So 5-pin right there. Cool. Does the job. But here's what I like. You got Sporty Day with the nice silicone strap. And it is looks like a standard, just a standard watch style strap, which is kind of nice. But it comes with like some leather straps. If you're more into classy mode, you're like, no, it's today's going out, today's business. Okay, and it's a cover. So when you put this up against my Apple Watch, you guys can see it here. It's definitely bigger, but I would say that the screen size is probably comparable, right? Now it is definitely a thicker watch, right? Again, if you can I show you guys on this one here. So if you see those, right, it's definitely a thicker watch for sure. I'm gonna put it on my. I'm gonna put it on probably on my right arm just to see. And there's your magnetic for charging. It feels very like good quality. Heart rate sensor. And again, if we peel this off, ready? You may or may not be able to see it if I angle it. There's the camera. You guys see the camera there? Isn't that's something? It's a pretty hefty. That's a hefty watch in regards to size. So if you're like me, and luckily for me, I am a fan of big watches. I like big watch faces, and so I think I'll like that, you know. So there's a comparison. The Apple Watch looks small, like that's beefy, that's hefty. Now I don't know if you need any kind of app or anything like that. Where is my user guide that I just had? Anything? Let me look. Hold on. There's got to be some kind of user guide, right? Now maybe it doesn't. I can't see anywhere in here that it talks about you having an actual like iOS or iPhone app or anything like that. So we're going to strictly, I guess, deal with the watch by itself, I guess. All right, here we go. How do we even turn it on? Let's push the button. Oh yeah, there we go. You guys hopefully can see that. Rogbid. Little vibration when it starts. It's a nice display though, and it's supposedly running Android 9.1, I believe it said. Preparing. We'll see if it actually prompts you to use any kind of app. Maybe it does on the phone. So, we want English. Check. Aha, it is. Scan QR to install the app. All right. So I was all like, I don't understand. It is bright. There we go. We'll put that here. Hopefully you guys can see it. So we got iOS app. Yep. It's called GeoFit. And we're off. So I'll be right back once this downloads. All right, that was fast. Okay, so yeah, allow while using. So a couple of things here, just hopefully you guys can see this. Allow, yes. Allow. It does connect with Apple Health, and it probably also connects with like the Android Fitness. So I'm gonna say turn all of these on. Yep. Allow. Add device. Okay. Would like to access the camera. Okay. Scan the QR code on your watch. Open the Bluetooth of the phone and watch. Yeah. Click. Return button to scan the. Click the return button to scan the QR code. It is having. Oh, maybe it's because it's on my wrist. Hold on. Maybe take this part off your wrist while you're setting it up. Maybe that's better. Let's see if I can get that to. Oh, I got some kind of connect. Pair. So you have to go back. One QR code is for the app. The other QR code, this one here, is to pair it. Allow. My device. There it is. Please wait. Voila. Let's set the time. Oh yes. Okay, I like that. It's a little confusing. So it does come in and tell you to download the app. Once it tells you to download the app and you've done that, then you click the back button and it brings up a QR code that is what's used to pair it. So as you can see, I do need to charge this at some point, but heart rate, steps, weight, you can set all that. Do I tap on each of these? Yeah, so you just tap on each one of these to adjust that, which I will. I'll go through there and do all that kind of stuff. Little back arrow. Oh, I like that. That's okay. This is your health. You have a store. Refreshing. I think the store is just, well, for one, yeah, it's got watch faces. You know, different watch faces recommended. You can go to popular, refreshing. So a couple of different ones there if you like, because right now it looks like it's just kind of, you know, that, which is fine. It's got a lot of info on it, but you can change it. And then you got like a new, and again, it'll give you some other ones. Okay, that's fine. If I tap on my watch, there you go. Silent mode, raise screen. Yep, I don't want silent mode. Your step goal. You guys see that? Your steps goal. You got your lookup device. Sure, why not? Auxiliary input. Oh, you can turn that on so you can find it. Gotcha. Okay. Auxiliary input. What is that? Auxiliary watch input. I don't even know what that is, so I'm going to turn that off. Auto monitoring of. Oh, so this is how often it monitors, like for your health information. So same thing here. So this one's every 5 minutes. Unit switch metric is good. And if you want to unbind it. Okay, that's cool. I like that. And you can see that it's all linked. Sleep, blood oxygen, weight, steps. Let's go in here for a minute. I don't know how to use this. Okay, so I just went and played with the watch for a little bit just so I could give you a faster, better understanding of it. I'm just gonna restart it here again so you guys can see it, because I did just give it a nice clean startup. And actually, as far as like even a little speaker, the speaker's not too bad for a watch. Watch is starting, very cool. Okay, so a few things. Again, if you pull down from the top, I have turned the password feature on because I wanted to try out the face unlock, and you can see that if I turn it toward myself, it unlocked. Because now it's not probably an in-depth like 3D scan or anything like that. It's just kind of a photo, but it works. Scroll down from the top, you're going to have a little bit of information like your battery and your SIM card and Bluetooth and all that kind of stuff, which is, it's nice. It seems to be locking faster than I wanted it to. But we'll scroll over here. You do have some of your standard do not disturb. Screen brightness, we'll crank that up. GPS, Wi-Fi. Now you have to go into your settings to do that, but I'll show you. Airplane mode, etc., etc. If you have a SIM card in, it can do, looks like 4G. And you have a cleaner, so same kind of thing on your Android. So if you want to be able to clean all the apps that are kind of on there right now in the back end, you can kind of get rid of them. So that's kind of nice. And just scroll this way to get out of that. If you scroll here, you go into notifications, and notifications are working. They're pulling from my watch just fine. When you don't scroll down, but are here and you scroll to the right, you have your main set of apps. And if you scroll one more time, you're going to go into all your different exercises. So your outdoor run, outdoor walk, indoor run, ride a bike, play basketball. Some very strange ones, right? Play football, play badminton, rope skipping, play ping pong, whatever, it's fine. And then in here, you have like the phone, and a lot of these probably won't work unless you actually have the SIM card in here, but definitely some cool ones. So you do have the ability again to go into like your settings, and this is the important one because this is where you're going to set up like your Wi-Fi and things like that. Now, be aware that it connected, it all worked fine, But this is like a little Android phone, right? So because of that, when I went into Wi-Fi to connect it, it came up with a little tiny keyboard, and the little tiny keyboard was little tiny. And if you have not little tiny fingers, it took a little bit of going through to get my password in right. But it kind of a good area to go through and just make sure that Wi-Fi is connecting, etc., etc. Heart rate monitor. I did a test earlier against my Apple Watch. They were within a beat of each other, so I can't complain too much like for that. Blood oxygen, do not disturb. It's like a breathe app. Photos, camera, check this out. If I click on camera, you have to bring it down. That's better. There we go. You guys maybe see that? Hopefully you can see that down there. Look, it's me. And if I point this way, you can see the camera up there. The screen actually is not bad, and it has record video, or if you tap the little camera, of course you can just be like, no, I just want to do photo, and you could be like, I'll take a little photo there. Now at first I was like, how do you, that's kind of a pain, but if you're down here on your wrist, that's not bad actually. It's kind of a position that, like, you guys, I'll just put it here, right? That if that was there, the camera, it's not horrible, and you just saw, maybe you just saw a notification pop up. It's doable. You might have to, finagle it a little bit, but all right, 5 megapixel. Don't expect, your phone quality, but it's something. You got a calendar, you got like a stopwatch, you got to be able to control your music. Lots of little things that you can kind of go into. It even has Google Maps because it has a GPS in it. Check that out. Again, I had to log in, so I had to log in to get my Gmail information, but there it is, right? Little map up there. Oh, I just find that super entertaining. Such a little tiny watch. And then again, you got your exercises, which we showed you. Now, if you're here and you scroll, I think from down to up, you're gonna go right into your information, like your existing steps and things like that. You can have your music control if you're paired with that. And you can see, because I'm connected via Wi-Fi, it's pulling up my weather. Now, I had done it before, of course. The weather just gave me a big X on it, and I was like, what's going on? Because I don't know if it connects and pulls the data strictly from like the watch, or it actually connects via GPS and Wi-Fi. So you have to have it connected. But it's pulling up, I get my Face ID here. Boom. It's pulling up like all the right information. I'm surprised. Look at that. 3 degrees, it's going to be a high of 12 today. It has in Celsius and Fahrenheit, sunset, all kinds of info. Yeah, I like that. That's actually really nice. And as we've learned, IKEA won't be selling Christmas trees this year. That's upsetting. Oh well, that's fine. For those of you that care, which is not probably very many of you, but Mary cares, my wife. If you are looking for, right now, a watch under $100, but you're willing to spend in and around that $100 mark, a few things to be aware of, right? It is a large watch, for sure. That watch is not small. It's thick, but heart rate sensor seems good. If you don't mind the magnetic charger, which is what you see on most of these style of watches, it works. I've been charging it. I only charged it for like half hour, but I'm up to 30-something%. And the display is decent. Now, it does have a fairly large bezel on it. It is what it is, but it's clear. The resolution is decent, and it has a camera. Yeah, it has a camera. Is that useful? Maybe. I'm interested to see if any of you have used or have a smartwatch that has a camera on it. And if you find that something that you use, I don't know. I think it's interesting, and I think that down the road we will probably start seeing at least that feature being incorporated into watches. If you use it, fine. If you don't, it doesn't really matter either. But it's there for those that want it. I think it's pretty cool. It comes with 2 straps. Battery says, depending on if you have your brightness and all that turned up, it should get about a week. And it even does updates. I had my Google Maps update on this because, again, it's Android 9.1. Yeah, very cool. I like it. I'm gonna wear it for the next little while and just see what we think, because I like different, right? And this one's different for sure. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave links to Banggood's website. And they may even have some better deals or the same deals on other stuff, because it's like Black Friday month, week, whatever it is. So, yeah, look, it's so beefy, right? Pow! It's like wearing a walkie-talkie. All right, guys, links to Banggood's website down below if you're interested. And that's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and we will see you in the next video. Later.